To say we haven't wheeled this truck pretty hard over the last few years would be an understatement. Oh, look at that. Restored. Welcome back to Rockit Garage, and I think I'm gonna start a new build series on my 82 Ford Bronco, because this thing is beat. I can't say we, I don't have a mouse in my pocket, but I have beat the crap out of this truck for the last 7 years that I've owned this truck, and it's tired. So I'm not gonna call this a restoration, but I'm gonna just call this a rebuild. Can we do that? Can I call it a rebuild? Yeah. This is my rebuild series for my 1982 Ford Bronco that will probably take me entirely too long, but I love this truck. So as many dents and scratches and bent pieces of metal on this truck, I'm really not gonna touch the body, at least the outside. I like the look of it, and I don't want to be afraid to go wheel it because I love going off-road with this thing. But mainly anything mechanical, electrical, a little bit of upgrades and stuff, and then I do want to fix the rust in the floor. The fact that you can see the two-post lift underneath it. This is about the extent of the rust, is the driver floor and a little bit on the passenger. And then there's a couple holes poking through right there. And other than that, it's just surface rust and a little bit of, I wouldn't even actually call that scale because it's not pitted. Yeah, just surface rust under here. That dang door. Can you stop making all the chain noise? Thank you. So let's address the main issues with this truck. What really put it down was the last time I tried to drive it to Alabama. The rear end is trash. Maybe not, but for the most part it is. Axle's probably bent. I don't know, we're gonna check that. Because it eats wheel bearings like no tomorrow. So either the bearing surface is galled, or the axle's bent, or the axle shafts are trash or bent or something. So we're gonna look into that. So the axle needs to be completely gone through, or just, I need to find a different one. Hopefully the axle's not bent. Second thing is the steering has been completely bent because I thought it was a bulldozer and I took it through some trees. Front suspension needs to be gone through. Transfer case is, it's got about 3/4 of a rotation and chain slop. I'll show you guys that. Transmission, I know, is probably missing a few teeth on some gears, so we at least need to, at a minimum, open it up, clean it out, and fill it with fluid. Needs a clutch. Engine leaks every single orifice and burns a lot of oil. And I also want to do a serpentine setup, which I actually have another 4.9 300. A fresh motor-ish, fresh-ish motor. Clutch, transmission, rebuild transfer case, rebuild the rear end, rebuild the front end, do all the brakes. Coilover. Front coilover conversion. And rust repair. Oh, and a cage, and a new front bumper. And I think I'm gonna bedline the interior. And oh, I got a sound bar, like a UTV sound bar that'll bolt to the roll cage. And wheels and tires, if the plans go right, wheels and tires. So that's a long list, and I am gonna take my time with this. So whatever videos I post on this, just know that the totality of this build will be coilover, completely rebuilt, no rust, roll cage, sick woods toy. Okay? Got it? All right, remember that in 5 years when I'm done with this. If you're ever wondering about my bumper setup, I don't know what that brush guard's off, but we took some roll bar tubing and some 3/8 plate, grade 8 bolts, made this cool bracket. There's a plate that goes up to the winch mount, up to there. It's pretty stout. It lifted a Ram 2500 about 100 yards up a hill. Didn't bend. Yes. 14-inch Bilstein 2.5 coilovers. Sorry for the long intro. I'm trying to get better at just getting right into it, but this one kind of deserved just a layout of the entire build. But this video is going to be mainly the rear axle, and hopefully we can fix it. That's not good. Oh, yeah. Wow. Roller bearing came out of the race. It's chewed up pretty bad. I don't even think this is the worst side. I think the other side's worse. I feel like that race isn't seated all the way. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't see any signs of the race spinning, so I guess that's good. Yeah, you can see where the bearing rode. I really don't know why it's doing that. Oh my goodness. This one is way worse. So this axle is 0.4 facing up. Wind's blowing everything. And this axle is 0.2 facing down. So it's technically 2 degrees, or sorry, 0.2 degrees not square. And I'm not sure if that's enough to make it shut off. I'm not sure if that's enough to make a difference of why the wheel bearings are blowing out, so I'm going to do a little bit of research, and then we're going to go ahead and pull the pumpkin out and check the diff, and also the front's leaking, so the pinion seal's leaking. So we'll have to do that. Cool. Oh my God. Why did it do that? All right, that was scary. It's not terrible in there, but there is a little bit of rust pitting right there. Doesn't make any noise. My main concern is the yoke. Oh, that's probably the jingling sound I'm hearing. So the only thing I think I'm gonna do is the pinion seal and try to figure out how to get this shield, the slinger back on. And I think that was the jingling sound. Nice. So we got the entire axle torn down, third members out, all the bearing races, everything. As much as you could tear this axle down, it's down. It looks straight. It's like 0.1 degree off. Why does my back hurt? Honestly, guys, I did not think I was gonna get this far on day one. This is more like just an evening. So all the rear suspension's taken out, shocks, leaf springs, the hangers, all the brake lines, everything disconnected. And I have got the 9-inch housing out of the truck, cleaned it pretty good. There's a little bit of junk in there, you know, expected. I've never changed the fluid. I've only added it. 7 years plus of not changing it and wheeling it almost every weekend. I'm confident that this axle's straight, so we're gonna clean it up. I gotta go to DG and get some oven cleaner. We're gonna clean it up, scuff it, prime it, paint it, and throw it back in the truck. This is the first time actually doing a pinion seal crush sleeve on a 9-inch, so I'm not too knowledgeable, but from everything I've read, it's kind of simple. So I got a new crush sleeve, a new nut, hammered the slinger, you know, pinion seal, whatever you want to call it, deflector or guard. Anyways, that's mounted back onto the pinion yoke. Got a new seal, and we got a new O-ring as well, because this one's completely flat. And bearings look good. Carrier bearings look good. Mainly it's just putting the seals on and then gluing it together. Here's the pinion support. It's all cleaned up, and I'm spraying some silver paint on it, as well as I've had this pinion guard for about, I don't know, 4 years sitting in a box. So gonna finally put that on and paint that. Paint the leaves. I'm actually not gonna do bushings this time around because I wanna do better leaf springs later on. So I'm not gonna waste the time, and they don't look, I mean, yeah, they're bad, but they don't look terrible. So I'm just gonna paint those for now so it looks decent, throw it back in the truck, and then we will move on to drive shaft or gas tank or something. This is actually your shim for your pinion depth. I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, this is the first time tearing a 9-inch actually apart. So the shims go here, and that O-ring seals it on the inside there. That was pretty interesting. So I just sprayed the frame before I throw this axle back in. This is gonna be on the next video, taking this hitch out. Whew, let me tell you. Yeah, that was a big one. But it's just spray painted where I need it to be until the body comes off. This will get me by for now. Along with all the small pieces, leaf springs, just semi-gloss. That is gonna be satin, and some other pieces will be gloss, so it'll have some nice contrast. Okay, so I finally got the pinion support back in the pinion, the yoke, all that, all on the third member. Just need to tighten these bolts down. Got the pinion guard installed, looks pretty nice. And then axle's done. So throw some bearing races, throw the third member in it, and slap this thing back together.
I'm not painting everything. I just wanted the axle to look better and some of the rust potential to be gone. So these blocks ain't getting painted. That wasn't good. God, I hope that didn't hurt nothing.
Okay, so the axle is mostly back together and back in the truck. We are going to end this video here. I think it looks pretty good. Got lucky, the axle was not bent. And all I did was replace the seals and crush sleeve and gaskets. Painted everything, threw it back in the truck. Yes, I know, none of this is painted because the body will come off eventually. But I want to put this thing back together as a roller. That way I can get it off the lift. So with that being said, thanks guys for watching. On the next video, we're going to be installing the hitch, redoing the gas tank, skid plate, fuel lines, vent lines, all that stuff. Axle's almost done. I got to put bearings on it, so I'll videotape that stuff later. But axle's in it, gas tank's next. Then this thing will be a roller again. Thanks again, guys, for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, and we will see you on the next one.